Yo, what is up, guys? Razer here, backing onto the video. And today, the new Abyss came out roughly around 10 days ago. But I just wanted to show you guys how the Raiden national team works really well on even a super Leviathan build. Just show you guys how much damage is possible with this team. But before I go on further today's video, let me introduce today's sponsor. Hey guys, so once again, this video is going to be sponsored by the guys over at Mech Arena. They just finished their first competitive Mech Arena Championship, and I got to play in the event as one of their content creators, which was pretty awesome. The game is super in-depth, as there are a ton of different mech and weapon loadouts to use, which completely customize how you play, such as being fast or an agile mech that specializes in maybe long-term range sniping, or maybe a big tanky mech with some rocket launchers to get up close and personal and do lots and lots of AoE damage. The possibilities are endless with how many different ways you're actually able to play the game. So they also finished their first community event, which involves destroying 1 billion mechs for charity, and in doing so, the devs donated $100,000 towards a gaming-based charity called Able Gamers, which seeks to help people with disabilities get social interactions they need through video games. They also gave players a ton of extra items for free. So waste no time downloading Mech Arena using either the QR code you can see on screen or using the link in the description to check out the game. Now guys, back to the video. Alright, pop this, pop that. Alright, where are they? I'm back. I'm back here. I get greedy. Oh wait, that guy's just not. Okay. Very straightforward, very easy to play for mobile players. And I missed a freaking sack proc. Oh no. Alright, whatever. They are not close together at all. Alright, a little bit scuffed. Alright, going on back to the Raiden Shogun team for first half, though. Kind of annoying because I did kind of scuff it a little bit. I am technically off. We're gonna beat on this guy a little bit. Alright, beat on this guy now. Cool. Disclaimer, this is a really big whale team, so take this with caution. But however, this team works really, really well in free-to-play as well. So just take what you see in the showcase as a grain of salt, just a little bit. So for Raiden Shogun, the stats we are running on her are 7140, the pretty much golden ratio, 283 energy recharge, which allows Raiden Shogun to get very consistent on burst uptime, and 3000 attack if you can factor in the engulfing lightning on her. So we are running an R5 engulfing lightning. This is by far her best in slot. However, some other really good options include the, if I can find it, the Wave Breaker's Fan is also a really, really good option if you happen to pull some copies of it. Other than that, you do have the Catch, which I don't have because I'm really lazy. Apologies. But those weapons I would recommend. Staff of Homa's all right as well, but there are other characters that can use it better. And ideally, you really want to be stacking a little bit more ER on her. So I would rather give this to Shan Ling a little bit, maybe, if I'm greedy. But yeah, the Engulfing Lightning is definitely her best in slot. So for the 4-piece set, we are, for the artifact set, we are running a 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate. Really, really good set. Pretty much crit rate on hat, always. Attack percent on cup. You can also run electro damage bonus as well for the free damage up. And then for the energy recharge timepiece, always on Raiden Shogun. And then Feather and Flower are pretty much the same. Substats, what you're mainly going to be looking for is crit rate, crit damage almost as always, and energy recharge, and then finally attack percent is basically what you're looking for. Those are going to be your main priorities. And then constellation-wise, you know, that juicy C2 and C3 are really ridiculously good, but they're not needed because Raiden Shogun is sort of a DPS, but mainly operating to battery your other 3 characters to get high uptime on your bursts. Also, C6 is kind of a meme, so you want, if you noticed in the showcase, Xingqiu and goes again to get his burst way faster in uptime, and same with Bennett because of the C6 effect. And then talent-wise, definitely easily just go all in on the elemental burst, the elemental skill, and this auto attack doesn't need to be leveled at all. It's completely useless unless you're doing co-op. So moving on to Shan Ling, 60, 120, and 214 energy recharge, and 400 elemental mastery. Really, really greedy Shan Ling build. We are running another engulfing lightning, so we can go super greedy on our other stats because we have a lot of ER already, and this builds into our emblems for Severed Fate. This allows Shan Ling to do massive amounts of damage with this national team. So crit rate, not the best crit rate but we'll take it. Again, very similar stats: crit rate, crit damage, energy recharge, attack percent, and elemental mastery maybe here and there. That's pretty much exactly when to run. So crit rate hat, power damage bonus cup. Elemental Mastery on the timepiece. You can also run attack percent or even ER. Those are other options. She's very, very flexible with this, but I am running Elemental Mastery because national team does a lot of reactions and Shan Ling triggers them generally all the time. So getting the vape damage on her is really, really nice. And then same stats. So this is like really, really good feather. And then here is our flower with pretty much almost perfect stats on it. Constellation wise, Cons 4 is pretty much the god tier, but you know, all the constellations generally are really useful for Shan Ling to increase damage potential. And then I crowned Goba because I'm a Chad, but you can also, Pyronado is definitely the one you should crown first if you care more about gameplay. Very, very good for the national team. And then moving on to Bennett. Bennett, you know, I'm building him as a little bit of a DPS with some energy recharge. So, again, run that. And then we have the Mistsplitter Reforged. Again, another Mistsplitter because we're going heavily into the whale territory. This is the whaliest national team in existence, pretty much. We are running another R5 Mistsplitter. This gives us a really high base attack and allows Bennett to do a lot of damage. I think we hit like 99,000 or 90 or 99,000 with this Bennett burst that last time. And then artifact build, we are running a 4-piece Crimson Witch because we could potentially hit a vape. We probably should run a Noblesse Ablation set instead, but I'm really, really greedy and potentially could hit a nice Vaporized here and there. Constellation-wise, the only one that really matters is C1 and C5. The other ones don't matter at all, literally. Talent-wise, I am running 9, 12, 12. However, the only talent that actually matters is Elemental Burst. Some people crown it if you want to be super meta slave, but I'm just, you know, I don't crown. My policy is I never crown any dudes. I only crown waifus only. That's my policy. And yeah, that's the Bennett build. And finally, our big boy Xingqiu. Really, really solid character. So this massive 62 crit rate and 144 crit damage. Energy recharge sitting at close to 200, and with some elemental mastery here and there. Attack percent's not good, but we have Bennett to kind of cheese our way through. Our weapon, we are running Sack Sword. I've done a lot of experimentation Sack Sword is pretty much by far the best weapon, literally, for this. Like, even 5-star weapons can't match this weapon. It's just way too strong. Artifact-wise, we are running a 4-piece Emblem of Sword of Fate on him. A little bit of greed. So crit damage on hat because we have so much crit rate on our build. We have our Hydro, not the best Hydro Cup, but it is what it is. We have our attack percent Sands. And then here's our Flower and Feather. Pretty much build them exactly the same. Crit rate, crit damage, energy, recharge, attack. You know, same old, same old. Constellation-wise, pretty much every single one of Xingqiu's constellations is good. However, I do want to give very special attention to C4. Not a lot of people talk about it, but C4 actually improves the overall damage by 50%. Like, it's kind of like Melt or Vaporize. It's not like other damage bonuses where they get stacked in all together. Like elemental damage bonus, buffs or burst damage bonus buffs. This is different. This has its own separate modifier of 50%. So all damage is increased by 1.5. It's crazy. But C2 is also really, really good, and C6. They're all generally really, really constellations. Arguably the best constellations in the game for a character overall, with overall consistency. Talent-wise, I would highly recommend going with with his Elemental Burst first, getting this up to level 9 or level 12, depending on what your constellation is, and then moving on to his Elemental skill. You don't need to level this. This is a joke. But like, these other two are just crazy good. Again, if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe. Really, really helps me out. And if you guys want to see more of the Raiden Shogun, if you have any questions, feel free to put down in the comments below. I'm happy to answer any questions, and I do stream on my Twitch, twitch.tv/Raiden. If you guys want to check it out, ask some questions, chill out, do whatever. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed both teams, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.